Welcome back to the channel, bringing you the latest news from around the world. First of all, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon in Baton for more updates. I don't think people understand just how much is at stake in the South China Sea right now. In Manila, a new chapter in maritime sovereignty quietly unfolds, signaling a pivotal moment for the nation and the region. The Philippine government unveils official maps that clearly mark its maritime boundaries, a move that has been years in the making and is met with both anticipation and scrutiny. These maps, rooted in the Maritime Zones Act, are more than just lines on paper. They represent a bold assertion of national intent and legal rights in the highly contested South China Sea, where sovereignty is constantly challenged. For decades, this region has been a flashpoint for international tension, with China's sweeping nine-dash line at the center of ongoing controversy and frequent standoffs between rival nations. By defining its maritime zones with precision, the Philippines reinforces the landmark 2016 arbitral ruling from The Hague, which invalidated China's expansive claims and affirmed the Philippines' rights under international law. This decisive move signals a shift from passive resistance to active assertion, with far-reaching implications for global shipping routes, access to vital resources, and the fragile stability of the region. As the sun rises over Manila, the world's attention turns to these waters. This is more than cartography. It's a strategic maneuver that could reshape alliances and influence the future of one of the world's most contested maritime regions. The balance of power in the South China Sea may never be the same, as nations watch closely and prepare for the new era that is now unfolding. The Maritime Zones Act, or Republic Act 2064, marks a turning point in the Philippines' maritime strategy. It clearly defines the country's exclusive economic zone and continental shelf, aligning with the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. By codifying its maritime zones, the Philippines asserts its rights and reinforces the 2016 arbitral ruling that rejected China's expansive claims. The act is both a shield for marine resources and a diplomatic tool, signaling Manila's commitment to international law. It's a proactive step to protect economic interests and assert sovereignty, setting a precedent for other nations facing similar challenges. The Maritime Zones Act stands as the cornerstone of the Philippines' maritime policy, shaping its future interactions on the global stage. The South China Sea is a global crossroads, an expanse of water that connects continents, cultures, and economies. It is one of the world's busiest shipping lanes, with thousands of vessels passing through its waters every day. These ships carry goods worth trillions of dollars annually, fueling global trade and connecting distant markets. Its strategic location links the Pacific and Indian Oceans, serving as a vital artery for commerce between East and West. This makes the South China Sea a focal point for both economic opportunity and geopolitical power. Beneath its surface lie rich fisheries that feed millions, and vast, untapped reserves of oil and gas that promise energy security for the future. For the nations that border these waters, access and control are matters of national security and economic survival. The region is also a military hotspot, where rival navies and air forces regularly patrol and assert their presence. Major powers maintain a strong presence here, determined to safeguard their interests and influence the balance of power. The Philippines' new maps and the Maritime Zones Act are part of a broader strategy to assert its rights and protect its sovereignty in this vital region. As tensions simmer, the South China Sea remains a stage where economic ambitions, environmental concerns, and security interests collide and intertwine. The world's eyes are fixed on this maritime nexus, watching closely as nations navigate a complex web of alliances and rivalries. In these contested waters, every move could shift the global balance, shaping the future of international relations and trade. China's response to the Philippines' new maps was swift, a formal protest, claiming a violation of its territorial sovereignty. This diplomatic rebuke highlights the deep-rooted tensions between the two nations over the South China Sea. China's reaction isn't just words. It could mean increased patrols and a stronger military presence, raising the risk of confrontation. The US and other powers have voiced support for the Philippines, emphasizing freedom of navigation and regional stability. The diplomatic fallout is likely to echo across Asia and beyond, as the stakes in the South China Sea continue to rise. The challenge now is to manage differences through dialogue, avoiding escalation and instability. The region stands at a crossroads, diplomacy or confrontation. The Philippines' assertive stance has caught the attention of regional neighbors like Vietnam, Malaysia, and Taiwan, all with overlapping claims. Manila's move could inspire others to assert their rights, but it also risks complicating ASEAN unity in dealing with China. The balance of power is delicate, with countries seeking to protect their interests while avoiding direct conflict. Increased military presence and joint exercises with allies add complexity to the situation. ASEAN faces the challenge of balancing member interests with the need for a cohesive regional strategy. The world is watching as the Philippines' actions test regional solidarity and the future of the South China Sea dispute. Navigating these turbulent waters will require caution and cooperation to avoid conflict. The Philippines' recent actions mark a bold step in asserting maritime sovereignty, signaling a new era of determination and resolve in the region. By openly challenging the status quo, Manila is sending a clear message to both its neighbors and the international community. Through the enactment of the Maritime Zones Act and the publication of official maps, the government reinforces its legal rights and strengthens its position on the world stage. These moves are also a call for adherence to international norms, urging all parties to respect established laws and agreements. The South China Sea remains a critical nexus where economic, security, and environmental interests intersect, affecting millions of lives and global trade routes. The world must now watch for increased patrols, joint exercises, and new forms of cooperation or competition among regional navies. Diplomatic moves, negotiations, and alliances will play a crucial role in shaping the region's future stability and prosperity. The reactions of major powers and regional players will determine whether this bold move leads to lasting stability or heightened tensions and uncertainty. The Philippines has charted a new course, setting a precedent for other nations facing similar challenges. Its actions will influence not only the future of the South China Sea, but also the dynamics of maritime disputes worldwide. The broader geopolitical landscape is shifting, and the stakes are higher than ever before. As history unfolds, the world is watching closely, aware that the decisions made today will echo far into the future.